That's the that.
Bienvenido a los Oscars. The Oscars, el chico d'oro. Johnny, question. ¿Quién es más macho? Mel Gibson y Benicio del Toro.
¿Mel Gibson?
No, Benicio del Toro es más macho. Mel Gibson es más religioso.
It was fun to do.
I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason for our 5-second delay. Stop it. What are you doing? You can't do that. Stop it.
It's a 5-second delay.
Yes.
Look at us, a San Francisco wedding cake. Best man.
I hope so.
Rao.
Would you give the award?
Yes, I will go over there. I'll give you the award now.
Thank you.
I'm here tonight to present the award for Best Animated Feature. One of them is made by the French, one by Disney, one by Pixar, formerly of Disney. Makes you think of a French Minnie Mouse with armpit hair, smoking a cigarette, going, "What are you doing, Michael Eisner?" Listen, if you lose Miramax, all you're going to have left is basically a Muppet and a water slide. Crazy for me, huh? And you Americans with your freedom fries. Haha, they're from Belgium. I kill you. Now, I would like to announce the nominees for Best Feature Animation. The nominees Brother Bear, Erwin Blaze, and Robert Walker. Finding Nemo, Andrew Stanton. The Triplets of Belleville, Sylvain Chomet. The winner of Best Animated Feature Film, Renée. And the Oscar goes to Finding Nemo, Andrew Stanton.
This is the first Academy Award for Andrew Stanton and third nomination. He's also nominated tonight in the original screenplay category for Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo would have never been possible if it wasn't for the extraordinary filmmaking environment created at Pixar Animation Studios by John Lasseter, Ed Catmull, and Steve Jobs. And I'm going to be forever grateful to the entire cast and crew of Nemo for the giving of their incomparable talents to this little fish story that I had. In particular, my producer Graham Walters and my co-director Lee Unkrich, who should be up here with me right now accepting this. Thanks to Dick Cook and his incredible distribution team at Disney. Thanks to the Academy, to my loving parents, to my adoring children, and to my wife, Julie. I wrote it to you in a note in 8th grade, and now I can say it in front of 1 billion people. I love you.
Coming up, Renée Zellweger, Nicolas Cage, and two-time Oscar winner Tom Hanks.
A father's lesson bestowed upon an estranged son, an Irish family building a new life in the U.S., a chance meeting between a middle-aged man and a young woman, immigrants caught up in a world of desperation, and a father whose son happened to be a fish.
The nominees for original screenplay are Denny Arcand for The Barbarian Invasions, Stephen Knight for Dirty Pretty Things, Andrew Stanton, Bob Peterson, and David Reynolds for Finding Nemo, Jim Sheridan, Naomi Sheridan, and Kirsten Sheridan for In America, Sofía Coppola for Lost in Translation.
Oh my gosh, and the Oscar goes to Sofía Coppola for Lost in Translation.
This is Sofía Coppola's first Academy Award. This win makes her family the second three-generation Oscar-winning family. The first was the Houstons, Walter, John, and Angelica.
I can't believe I'm standing here. Thank you. Thank you to the Academy for giving me this honor. Thank you to my dad for everything he taught me. Thank you to my brother Roman and all my friends who were there for me when I was stuck at 12 pages and encouraged me to keep writing. And the filmmakers whose movies, I have to breathe. The filmmakers whose movies inspired me when I was writing the script, Antonioni and Wong Kar-wai and Bob Fosse and Godard and all the others. And every writer needs a muse. Mine was Bill Murray. Thanks to my mom for always encouraging us to try to make art. And thank you to Bart and Ross for helping make my script into a movie. And thank you to everyone at Focus. Thank you.
Artists choose a role because they can inhabit the character and make it their own. These 5 superb actresses have done more than just that. They created some of the best moments of the year on film. The nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role are Shohreh Aghdashloo in House of Sand and Fog, Patricia Clarkson in Pieces of April, Marcia Gay Harden in Mystic River, Holly Hunter in 13, Renée Zellweger in Cold Mountain, and the Oscar goes to Renée Zellweger in Cold Mountain.
This is Renée Zellweger's first Academy Award. She was nominated the last 2 years in the lead actress category for Bridget Jones's Diary and Chicago.
I am overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. Thank you. I would like to thank the Academy for inviting me here tonight alongside so many talented people. Holly, Patricia, Marcia, and Sheree. I am honored to be here with you. I'm standing here because of so many people, and I would like to thank them now, if I could. Charles Fraser, thank you for your masterpiece and the gift of Ruby. I have to thank the producers, cast, and crew of Cold Mountain. I'll never forget it, never, because of you, especially Jude and Nicole. Such a privilege to go to work every day with you. Such a privilege, my friends. Thank you. Anthony Minghella, you are brilliant, and I care so much for you. Thank you for all that you taught me, for making me be better, and for your friendship. My friends at Miramax for making this film, especially Harvey, and Meryl Poster, quite a gamble. Thank you for doing it. My fellows at CAA, Brant and Brian and Kevin and Jenny Rawlings, who take such good care of me. Actors Clearinghouse for the good start. Sim Dellison, Vincent D'Onofrio for teaching me how to work. Tom Cruise for showing me that very early on, kindness and success are not mutually exclusive. And finally, and most importantly in my life, my glorious family, my immigrant mom and dad. Thank you for never saying don't try. My brother, who I love so much, and his new wife, who clapped the loudest and laughed the loudest. I love you so much. Nancy Ryder, who's always there, and my beloved John Carabino. Thank you for sharing this journey with me, every day of it. Without you, there would be none of this. Thank you for dreaming so much bigger than I would ever dare to dream, and for making me believe. I love you. It's for you. Thank you.
Our first presenter is the reason why I bought 12 cell phones. She is last year's Best Supporting Actress. Ladies and gentlemen, with Miss Catherine Zeta-Jones.
For an actor, the moment the envelope is opened is one of the most extraordinary experiences one can imagine. And in a few seconds, one of these exceptionally gifted actors will understand exactly what that means. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role are Alec Baldwin in The Cooler, Benicio del Toro in 21 Grams, Jaimin Unsu in America, Tim Robbins in Mystic River, Ken Watanabe in The Last Samurai, and I have no nails. The Oscar goes to Tim Robbins in Mystic River.
This is the first acting nomination and first Academy Award for Tim Robbins. He was nominated once before for directing Dead Man Walking.
Oh boy! Wow. Thank you so much, members of the Academy. This is really a lovely lovely honor. I'd like to thank my fellow nominees who are all spectacular, and I want to work with all of you in a movie at some point. Dennis Lehane, Brian Helgeland for the writing of this amazing script. Clint Eastwood, you're so great. You're such an amazing director. And you're making my mantle very crowded. Thank you. It's due to you, sir. My fellow cast members, Sean Penn, Kevin Bacon, Marcia Gay Harden, Laura Linney, Lawrence Fishburne. The crew was fantastic. Tony Howard, Lisa Casteller, Alan Horn, Bruce Berman, Jeff Robinoff from Warner Brothers, Joe Hyams, Judy Hoyt, Rob Lorenz, my mom and dad, Dave, Adele, Gabi, Terry, hang in there. You can kick it. Geese family, your dad's smiling down on you. Susan, I love you so much. Eva, Jack, Miles, thanks for being there for me. Susan, thanks for being the best friend one could have. The Actors Gang in Embedded in New York, thank you so much for putting up with me being here. And I would like to say one more thing. In this movie, I play a victim of abuse and violence. And if you are out there and are a person that has had that tragedy befall you, there is no shame and no weakness in seeking help and counseling. It is sometimes the strongest thing that you can do to stop the cycle of violence. Thank you.
Don't worry, they have me under a restraining order. Two of this year's nominees, Diane Keaton and Samantha Morton, have been here before. The other three, Keisha Castle-Hughes and Charlize Theron, and Naomi Watts, are each enjoying their first nominations. The nominees for performance by an actress in a leading role are Keisha Castle-Hughes in Whale Rider, Diane Keaton in Something's Gotta Give, Samantha Morton in America, Charlize Theron in Monster, Naomi Watts in 21 Grams. And the Oscar goes to Charlize Theron from Monster.
This is the first Academy Award and nomination for Charlize Theron.
Oh, this has been such an incredible year. I can't believe this. Hey, I don't have a lot of time. I have to thank my incredible director, Patty Jenkins. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of our producers, Brad, Clark, Megan, Mark, Donald, Sammy Lee, everybody at Media 8, Bob, and everybody at Newmarket. Thank you so much for working so hard on this film. My incredible, incredible leading lady, Christina Ricci, who I couldn't have done this film without. You are truly the unsung hero of this film. I have to thank our entire crew, Tony G for transforming me so incredibly. Every single person who worked on this film, I couldn't have done it without you guys. my incredible manager, J.J. Harris, who have represented me for so long now, and you've always believed in me. I can't thank you enough. My friend, Steve Warren, my lawyer, thank you so much. Yes, I know, he's my friend. Heidi Schaefer and Amanda Silverman from PMK, my guardian angel, Beth Kono, oh, my producing partner, Megan Riley Grant, and if I'm forgetting anybody, please don't kill me. And I know everybody in New Zealand's been thanked, so I'm gonna thank everybody in South Africa, my home country. They're all watching tonight, and I'm bringing this home next week. And I have to thank my incredible partner in crime. You're one hell of a partner to have. Thank you so much for standing by me. And my mom. You have sacrificed so much for me to be able to live here and make my dreams come true. And there are no words to describe how much I love you. And I'm not gonna cry. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please welcome last year's Academy Award winner for Best Actress, Nicole Kidman.
A passionate romantic, a grown-up bad boy with a temper, an older commanding patriarch, a pirate, and a man in a midlife crisis. For women, these are the 5 stages of dating in Hollywood. For Oscar, they are the characters created by 5 extraordinarily talented actors. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Ben Kingsley in House of Sand and Fog. Jude Law in Cold Mountain. Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. Sean Penn in Mystic River. And the Oscar goes to Sean Penn, Mystic River.
This is the first Academy Award and 4th nomination for Sean Penn. He was previously nominated for his leading performances in I Am Sam, Sweet and Low Down, and Dead Man Walking.
Thank you. If there's one thing that actors know, other than that there weren't any WMDs, it's that there is no such thing as best in acting, and that's proven by these great actors that I was nominated with, as well as the Giamattis, Cages, Downey Jr.'s, Nicholsons, etc., that were not nominated. We know how great all of you were. My daughter Dylan and son Hopper find it presumptuous and embarrassing to write a speech, and so I'm gonna give it a go without. God, I really thank Clint Eastwood, professionally and humanly, for coming into my life. the great, great cast that I had to work with, my friends. Where do you go? Dennis Lehane, Ryan Helgeland, Ma, Dad, and Robin, for being an undying emotional inspiration on this roller coaster I'm learning to enjoy. Thank you all very much.
This year's 5 nominees for Best Director come from 3 different continents. They include Academy veterans and first-timers. Their projects ranged from a low-budget movie shot in 27 days and an epic that took several years to complete. But as different as they all share one thing in common: an incredible talent for filmmaking. The nominees for achievement in directing are: for City of God, Fernando Meirelles. For Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Peter Jackson. For Lost in Translation, Sofía Coppola. For Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Peter Weir. For Mystic River, Clint Eastwood. And the Oscar goes to Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings.
This is the second Academy Award tonight for Peter Jackson, including his nomination this year for Best Motion Picture and Adapted Screenplay for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This is his 8th nomination.
Thank you. Wow, look, thank you so much for the Academy and for all our... You're giving us an incredibly overwhelming night, and we just appreciate it so much. Bob Shea and Michael Lynn, God, you did the most risky thing that I think anyone has ever done in this industry, and I'm so happy for you that it paid off. Your collaboration and your partnership and your support just gave me the most incredible working experience of my life. To Barry Osborne, our producer, thank you so much, Barry, for just being there every day and supporting us. To our wonderful cast, our wonderful crew in New Zealand, everybody that made my working day so enjoyable. It was just there when I needed it to be there, and the actors were just doing such a wonderful job. And I just want to thank 2 very special people that when I was 8 years old, I made films at home on a Super 8 camera that my mum and dad had bought for me. And they supported me all through the years, and they died in the last few years. They didn't see these films made. So for Bill and Joan, thank you.
There's a reason they say Best Motion Picture for last. It's the sum of all the ingredients, the end of a journey that always starts with a dream. And this year, those dreams were prompted by the J.R.R. Tolkien Lord of the Rings trilogy, by Patrick O'Brien's massive Aubrey Maturin novels, Laurie Hildenbrand's tribute to a fabled racehorse, Dennis Lehane's tautly written crime drama, and in a moment when 2 disaffected characters meet in a foreign landscape. These then are the nominees for Best Motion Picture. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Barry M. Osborne, Peter Jackson, and Fran Walsh, producers. Lost in Translation, Ross Katz and Sofía Coppola, producers. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Samuel Goldwyn Jr., Peter Weir, and Duncan Henderson, producers. Mystic River, Robert Lorenz, Judy C. Hoyt, and Clint Eastwood, producers. Seabiscuit, Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, and Gary Ross, producers. And the Oscar goes to... It's a clean sweep. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Barry M. Osborne, Peter Jackson, and Fran Walsh, producers.
This is the 11th Academy Award win tonight for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, tying the record for most wins with the films Titanic and Ben-Hur.
So I'm just waiting for Fran to get her Oscar. There we go. Oh, this is just unbelievable, and I'm so honored, touched, and relieved that the Academy and the members of the Academy that have supported us have seen past the trolls and the wizards and the hobbits and are recognizing fantasy this year. Fantasy is an F word that hopefully the 5-second delay won't do anything with. I just want to say a very few quick words, especially to the people of New Zealand and the government of New Zealand and the city councils and everybody who's supported us the length and breadth of the country. Billy Crystal's welcome to come and make a film in New Zealand anytime he wants. A special thanks to Peter Nelson and Ken Cammons, who were with me right from the days of Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, which were wisely overlooked by the Academy at that time. And I especially want to pay tribute to our wonderful producer, Barry Osborne, and I'd please like him to say a few words.
It's a great honor to be here. I started out in the business 35 years ago getting people coffee. And I wonder if the fact that I dated Billy Crystal's cousin so many years ago has anything to do with this. I don't know. But it is really a great pleasure to be in such great company. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. To be nominated with these four other great films, and after these many years, to receive this award is really a thrill for all of us, and we all thank the Academy. It's really a tribute to the talents of all the people, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, that we win this award. I want to thank, in particular, my partner Carol, my beautiful daughter Danielle, and my 87-year-old dad, who's out there in the back somewhere, here to celebrate this with us. I want to thank also J.R.R. Tolkien and also the fans that supported us on this journey. And of course, Bob Shea and Michael Lynn, whose courageous venture allowed us to make this film, and their support throughout the journey. And Mark Ordesky, who worked alongside of us throughout and became a great film, a great friend, sorry. And of course to Peter Jackson, who was never satisfied with 100%, but by his example of pushing for 110%, he inspired all of us to do our utmost to make these films and bring them to the screen. And finally, to Weta, who is in Chicago, in Wellington, New Zealand, and to the production team who are in the Port Nicholson Yacht Club. It's time to celebrate.
Are we related?
I don't think so.
Oh, we're not related. Okay.